Hello, everybody. I'm sorry you haven't been a part of this conversation we've had going, but we've had a great time for the last few minutes talking about everything under the sun, from politics to color. So it's a lot of fun. You see my normal group of in laws and outlaws, mostly outlaws, I guess. Jason, Todd, Ruby. Glad to have all three of you guys in the uh, in in the chat or the whatever this is on stage with me. There we
There
go.
we go.
I'm going to throw you guys in the back, and I'm going to show them what we're doing today. I've got an ugly piece of wood. Um, that's the whitest paper sticking through there. You see a couple of lines. This is a glued up bunch of walnut. It started out as a solid piece, and I intentionally cut it into four. I got it as square as I possibly could, and that's not very square. My old chop saw is on its last leg. In fact, the motor is making a weird noise. I think it's maybe it's let the smoke out. But anyway, we're going to start with this glued up piece. We're going to turn an inside out bowl. So if you've ever done inside out turning, you understand that this has to be partially turned, split apart, re-glued, finished turned. We'll have a Blue Peter or Magic Oven moment um, about halfway through or so. So, needless to say, it's going to be could be exciting, could be very exciting. I'm going to stop, go ahead and get this on the lathe, and somebody's going to read out who all's in the chat for us. So, one of y'all want to take charge of that?
I'll
Do you
do
want
it.
to do it, Todd?
Absolutely. I'll do it.
It's all yours.
Let's see if I can get through it without messing up too bad. We got Ronald Todd saying good afternoon up top there, and then Lawrence Aldridge, Norman Greenwell, Paul, Jason, Ruby, Mike McEwen saying happy Tuesday, everyone. And then Ian Lee saying good afternoon. Dale, Old Man River is in. Jennifer's Craft Creations.
Did you get
hi,
Todd?
Malcolm. I missed Malcolm Douglas.
Did you get Todd?
I missed a few.
Did you get Todd at Glen Cove?
Nope. Let me scroll back. It updated on me and I didn't see it. So let's see. Okay. So Ian Lee was the next one in my list before it got moved around. Then Todd at Glen Cove.
Jennifer's Craft and Creations.
Yeah, Jennifer's Crafts and Creations. I had mentioned her. Norman, I'd mentioned. Okay, let's see. We're on a roll again now. Doug Bennett is in. Chris Charlton. Roger Wallum is in from what he says is hot and humid Missouri. I believe him there, having lived there for 30 years.
I think it's hot and humid everywhere right now.
You got that right.
Let's see. Still scrolling now. So Chris is saying, because as I go by here, he's looking forward to the astronomical extravaganza on show tomorrow evening. They say there's millions of people in the line of that.
Okay, did you get Roger Kent and Tom Kenny?
Roger Kent and Tom Kenny. I'll be seeing Tom in a couple of weeks for SWAT. Mike McEwen, I know he'll be there as well.
Tony Smith has joined us.
Tony Smith, there we go.
Starting off at 800
Zed is in,
RPMs.
saying happy Tuesday.
Raymond Wise.
Raymond Wise says hi all. Malcolm Douglas is there saying hi. Stable Studio.
Hi, Brian.
Just refreshed again. I'm going to go with maybe Hank's Hideaway as next on my list, and maybe I missed somebody there. Gosh, I hope not. Head through in a link to a YouTube video.
All right.
Later
Thank you,
today.
Zed. Always look forward to seeing what Zed's got going. Don't always get to it on Tuesday night, but I get to it pretty soon. Well, that glue joint totally failed. Oh, that's strange. Looks like there was a split in the wood that came loose. So, well, we're going to go from this. Where I was going, change cameras here, and I can explain this, I think, and you can get the idea. Okay, that's what we were doing. I was just getting this surface flat across here, trying to anyway. Was just about where I was going, where that glue joint split on us. So I'll re-glue that so that I can finish this one as well as the other one. But what I was going to do, this edge here was going to remain square. This part, the top half to 2/3, we're going to make it round and curve in just a touch, not very much at all. And then not only was this joint to be split, but this vertical joint would be split as well. Every one of these turned 180 degrees. So this corner would be down in the center. This corner down in the center, all the way around. So you can imagine with a square edge and a round edge, what we would end up with is something of that nature. Now, because of the nature of the beast and intending for that to stay together, which is always a possibility when you're turning glue joints. You can always have those joints fail on you. This one could fail as well. I'm going to add another glue joint. I'm going to glue my glue block onto the back of here because, as you can see, I don't have a whole lot of wood there to turn away. So I'm going to smooth this up just a little bit in the center and add my glue block, and then we can go on with it. I turned this one last night so that you could see the first part in the back and the last part. I can't see where that won't go in, that won't go over my chuck. Well, here's how we'll do that. I can see this side. And I can press that, just pinch it right up against.
We can't see what you're doing, Doug.
Yeah, I'll show you in a second.
And yeah. Gav Sedai has joined us. Hi, Gav.
Hey, Gav. It is good to see all of you. I'm sorry I hadn't had a chance to say hello to everybody.
You got thrown for a loop here.
Yeah, a little bit. All right, let me change. First off, overhead. You can see all I've done was pinch between my live center and my chuck. I've still got the steb center in there, but all I did was I centered my joints with my live center here, which gives me a nice straight place to work. And all I'm going to do, I'm going to work kind of from the live center out just a little ways so that I have a good flat spot for my glue block. Today has been one of those days where words are hard for me. Have those every once in a while. I'm going to turn my speed back down again. And I was only turning at 830 a while. I was watching somebody else the other day turning a piece of walnut, and it just continued to confirm that I love walnut. It's just such a beautiful wood. I'm just going to sand the very center of that so it's nice and smooth, and then I can glue my little block on here. That's all I needed. Oh, yeah. And I'm going to use a CA glue joint. What I've learned is that CA holds well unless you, I think that's square. It's rocking. Why is that rocking?
Now, I would probably have backed that up with a hot glue joint.
That is not a terrible idea, Ruby. If I could lay my hands on my hot glue gun right quick.
I've got mine right here. You want to borrow it?
Oh, there it is. Let me get that plugged up and get it started. Because I've got to work on this, work on the base just a little bit more.
Now, Dale says that he loves turning walnut.
I do too. It's I've got some issues, especially with bark. It tends to give me a hard time. It's the dust from the bark. Oh, why is that on the floor?
And Jennifer says she's getting ready. Her youngest son is getting married on the 22nd, and her husband will be off work for 20 days. And I hate to say it, Jen, but having met you and Mark, you don't look old enough to have a child that's getting married.
Yeah. I tell you what, having my son as late in life as I did, where's that rocking at? Having my son as late in life as I did, unintentionally, of course, it throws me off for ages and the like. I just can't get a handle on ages. Never could real well, but even now it's worse.
Yeah, I was 45 when my daughter was born.
You don't even look that now.
So, you know, at school, I'm like older than grandparents of her friends.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
I am too. In fact, when my wife, or excuse me, when my son and his wife got married, we are older than one set of her grandparents, which was interesting. Here we go again. I'm going to start slow, stand out of the way, and speed it up. Oop. That's why you stand out of the way. Well,
do not stand in the line of fire.
Exactly. And same thing, it's split down the middle. So we're not going to do an inside out bowl today. I'll do some more work on that, and we'll come back to that project at another time. So I get to do what I want to do.
Well, Mike Evans has joined us in the meantime.
Hey, Mike. Oh, I started to say a while ago. Thanks all of you for being here. It's always a great time to have you with us, and I enjoy the time that we get to spend together on Tuesday afternoons. Well, Tuesday afternoon for me. Some of you, it's Tuesday evening. Some of it's Wednesday morning, and on it goes.
Mike says sorry he's late, and I'll tell him right now he hasn't missed anything.
No, you haven't. You're literally, you have not missed a thing.
Come on,
2 glue joints fail.
Don't be like that. He's missed stuff exploding. Go back and watch it quick.
Yeah, we've had 2 glue joints that come loose mid-flight.
And we'll say good morning to Pete from Twisted Trees.
Hey, Pete.
He
Not
says
out
he's
in the
going to
field
pop
somewhere,
over
huh?
and click the thumbs up button.
Yeah, buddy.
Thanks, Pete.
All right. Like I said, we'll come back to that inside out bowl business. I like the concept. The final result is gorgeous. Picking stuff up on anyway, we'll come back to that. Have a good time with it. Are we there? There we go.
Yeah, we hear you. We lost you for a second, but we hear you.
Yeah, I lost myself, and that's why I was curious.
Well,
Anyway,
that's a bit scary.
okay. Starting at 2 1/4, and then we'll spin it up. I didn't give you size on this, did I? Let me do that before we go any further.
I'm going 8.5 by 8.5 by 2. I was off, right?
7.5 by 2. This is an old board that I cut up. I cannot tell you where I came up with this.
Pete says he's out in the workshop. Too much playtime means he's behind with work.
Can you zoom out just a little bit there, Doug? Just, yeah, okay.
Nope.
Already starting to get a little shape there.
We get a nice view of the ghosting up from this level.
Yeah, yeah.
As you were cutting that, Doug, it reminded me of how much space there is for the form on a 2-inch piece. It seems so narrow at first, and then you can really do a lot of shaping on a 2-inch piece of wood.
Absolutely, you can. 2 inch is a nice depth of bowl. I found that customers seem to like that depth of bowl.
No,
As I say, not as I do. Turn your lathe off when you move your tool rest.
now Zed points out an interesting fact about marriage. On the one hand, you get to wear a pretty cool ring, but on the other hand, you don't.
You're exactly right. Then if you're me, you lose it and you have to come up with a not so cool ring.
And Sid wants to know what temperature is a baby right as it's born. Room temperature. And Dale is suggesting your glue ups just need more glue and longer time to cure.
I'm sorry, say that again.
Dale is suggesting that your glue ups need more glue and a longer time to cure.
It brings up a question in my mind because Doug had that paper glued between those joints, and I'm wondering if that paper soaks up more glue or something, and it takes more glue to make that joint, even though that joint should be easier to break apart.
Myself, I like using brown paper from brown paper bags for that joint.
Right. I've heard a couple of people recently say that they tested multiple paper and that printer paper was the best. I'm talking while I'm turning and I get a mouthful of shavings.
Now, Zed says that as women get older, they tend to acquire more and more pets. They call it the early stages of menopause. I wonder what my doctor would say if I went to him with that problem.
Swear that tool wrist looks like it's turning on me, but it's not.
Zed says when he does
ahead.
this, he uses masking tape and then CA between the masking tape.
Mm-hmm.
I've done that for things like scroll sawing and stuff like that, but not on the lathe.
And Paul Finley has joined us. Hi, Paul.
Hey, Paul. I can tell you why both of those glue joints failed. It's because the surfaces were not perfectly flat. Simple as that. And that's on me. That's not on the glue or anything else. There's plenty of glue. I can guarantee you that. It was almost too much.
Pete said he had a problem with a glue joint recently. It was so hot out that the outside edge is drying hard, sealing in the center, which isn't drying at all.
Mm.
And Chris Charlton remarks that 20 years ago is when he lost his best mate due to a horrific accident. He got stuck in a wedding ring.
Oh, my.
And Rob from Copperell has joined us. Hi, Rob.
Hey, Rob. Good to see you. It's about the third time this chuck has backed off on me. I'm not understanding that.
It did it last week too, didn't it?
Yep. It did it the other day as well. I was out here doing something that backed off, and I kept thinking I just didn't tighten it, but I think it's pretty sure it's from where it's backing off. It's a new chuck. Yeah, still got 4 flats. I've got a couple more cuts to make to get rid of those.
Gaff said the drive center looked like it was wobbling. And truthfully, it looks like it's wobbling now.
Oh, it's not wobbling now. You may be seeing where I've got that big set screw. No, you can't see that.
That could be it.
There's a big set screw in there that may be giving a little bit of an optical illusion. But I've got my 4. No, I got 3 of my 4 flats off there. Still got. This looks like it's been in a barn. Almost. Got that so tight that it doesn't want to come loose. I'm just going to go ahead and double check everything. That's all tight.
Are you going to put a mortise or a tenon on that?
I'm going to put a tenon, I guess. Lose my headset. All right, everything seems to be set and tight. Let's see. Pull my quill back so that I can bring my tailstock up a little closer. That may be part of the issue. The quill was extended pretty far. Here we go. Get that back in place. Now run this in where I can see this. All right. Tighten it down.
Zed says it's crazy to him how many people attend his accidental 3 a.m. premiere.
I saw that a while ago. Thought that was quite interesting. Then when I realized what time it was, I thought, I wonder if that was on purpose or accidental.
Can your camera focus in a little more?
Can it focus? No. It's that fuzz in the corner you see is CA glue. But what I can do is bring you in. Well,
Yeah,
you
that's
can't really
what
see.
I meant right there. Zoom in.
How about that view? You can see what I'm
That's
doing
probably
now.
better.
Matt says, sleep. What's that?
Yeah, right.
I'll sleep enough when I'm dead.
Get my detail tool and make a bit of detail in this foot here. There we go. Looks kind of like what I'm looking for. Hope everybody has seen Sam Angelo has started a new YouTube page. So if you're a Sam Angelo fan, you can watch him turn again. He's been missing for a while. His YouTube channel got hacked into, and they made quite the mess, apparently. He's just now getting it squared away.
And if you're looking for him, he's not Wyoming Woodturner now. He just is Sam Angelo.
Right.
I'll
wonder
see
if
I
he's
can.
going to get back into the four-ways.
I'll see if I can throw a link to his channel out here. He sure does a lot of good stuff for the community.
He does. Just cleaning up the tenon a little bit so that it sits in the chuck correctly. Gotta get my detail gouge back and there we go.
I was surprised when you picked that piece of wood, Doug, because it has the pith through it.
It does. That's a branch pith there. There was a bit of pith right through there, which is one reason I wanted a tenon and not a recess. There's a piece of it right there, just popped out in my hand. But anyway, yeah, like I said, I don't know where this piece came from, and it'll be fine.
And Lucy has joined us. Good evening, Lucy.
Hey, Lucy.
Ian says he hopes that that Sam gets back into the four-ways he was doing with Richard Raffin, Tomislav, and
Mike Peace.
Mike Peace, yeah.
Here's a little tip for you. At least it's true for me. I don't put my whole hand in on the cover or on the face of it when I'm putting it in the tenon, in the chuck. I just press right in the center, and that way I get good even pressure that way, and I don't have to. When I put my whole hand on it, I tend to cock it one direction or the other. Where if I just put one finger in the center, it's centered.
Why don't you just bring up the tailstock?
Well, I've had trouble with that too.
Okay.
If everything's not perfectly flat, bringing up the tailstock, I've had it come up crooked. So I just have less trouble with it this way. But that is a good way generally. There we go.
So the last several years, Mike Peace has been coming to SWAT. SWAT is 2 weeks and 2 days away if you're doing the math.
That close.
Sam Angelo did wonderful demonstrations like 4 years ago at SWAT. Really good live demonstrator. I really enjoyed his demonstrations.
I've heard he was better in demonstration than he is on his videos.
I think so. And there's nothing wrong with his videos. I told him, I said, Sam, I said, you're funnier live than you are on your live stream. He said, well, it's easy to be afraid that the humor doesn't go across well, and he takes a lot of it out.
Huh.
Well, don't do that.
Always felt like he was trying too hard on his videos.
Chris is saying it looks like your chuck is wobbling.
No, the chuck is dead still. The rim is, because I haven't touched it, but the chuck is good.
Pete says he's going to treat himself to another piece of 189 grit.
189 grit.
I think it's the same as new 180 grit.
Oh, that's what I'm feeling. The remnants of that flat spot.
Didn't quite get it?
No, it's still there. Just is. Won't be for long.
Gab says, don't eat it all at once, Pete.
All right. That's turning so much better than it was. I'm up to 1,600 now. Boy, it feels better. Speed back down.
I think Pete hit the 9 on the 189 instead of 0.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And he's apologized for it.
I thought maybe he was trying to go for a new piece of 16 grit. We all know how Pete loves his 16 grit. All right, there's that grit.
This talk of sandpaper SWAT is the place where I redo my sandpaper stock every year. Right at the top of the stairs by the place where you sign in, by the registration booth. Vince's Wooden Wonders puts his booth there every year, and
yeah, good.
I get all my sandpaper from him.
Just down the road from me.
Great luck with it.
I just ordered some mandrels and backing pads from him. Next time I see Vince, I may have to talk to him about my 120 grit issue. I like the sandpaper I use, but so far they don't have a Velcro backed 120, and I don't like that.
That's surprising.
Yeah, I thought so. They have it in other kinds. I know the stuff I got is not nearly as good. Even though it's the same company, it's a different style of sandpaper, and it just doesn't hold up. Now pick it all up out of the floor. No.
Most of the commercial turning that I do, the production work, they don't want it sanded any finer than 120.
Right.
And Raymond says he was using 3000 grit this morning on his headlamps, on his car headlamps.
Oh, yeah,
And I brought them up like new.
Yes.
I used some Yorkshire grit on my daughters, and it turned out great.
Yeah. Use a buff and a drill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I had an issue with some 150 grit sandpaper from Vince like 5 years ago or something. It was delaminating. It was just like, he was like, "Here, I'll switch that out for you." Sorry about that.
Yeah, that's the nice thing about a smaller, independent kind of a guy. They can do stuff like that. Little line in this rim here that I'm kind of chasing, and doesn't seem to be going anywhere. That's all I'm going to do with that. Come back to center line here. I've got to do some maintenance on my lathe. My banjo and quill or tailstock not wanting to slide. All right, let's get a little more speed back on here. We're running real smooth at 1600.
Ian's got to go, and he'll catch up with the recording. He's got visitors.
All right, Ian.
Have a good night,
Have a great
Ian.
visit. Turned off my dust collector. I get so tired of hearing that thing. Got a nice little rim on this bowl, and I'm trying to decide, do I want the top square or round, or just gonna leave it alone for right this second. Just for right now. We'll figure it out in a minute.
I think Ruby's about to suggest the tailstock view.
It could be. I was thinking about it myself and then didn't do it.
Thank you, both of you. I didn't want to be accused of bossing Doug around too much.
And I've already thought about measuring the depth. Not just yet. We'll get there, though. We'll get there.
And Carson's here. Hi, Carson.
Hey, Carson.
He says, "Good evening, all. I see I got here just in time for the fun-oling. I'll try and make sure he doesn't do any of that, Carson."
I was going to guess that Ruby was about 30 seconds away from asking him to measure that depth.
Still pretty close to 2 inches. And hadn't hardly touched the depth of it yet. 1.5 inches anyway. Just kind of working my way down the wall right this second. Looking inside and out.
Well, Matt's got some good advice for you, Todd.
I think he does, right? He says, you know, Todd, you can suggest things yourself without involving Ruby. I think I've done it twice today, too, so I'll give her a break.
Mike thinks it's more fun to have me suggest things.
And I agree completely.
I thought you were going to take over my job for me.
All right. I'm going to get that elbow stabber out of the tailstock. And then I'm going to go ahead and remove the tailstock. Oh, now that I've got the glue gun all heated up. All right.
You're ready to go?
Yeah, I'm ready for that inside out turning. Using my hand as a fulcrum. And just lean back or pull back rather on my handle and make that turn.
I think once you get that part leveled off, you might want to just check your depth.
I'm sorry, what?
Once
I
you
said
get
nothing.
When you get that middle section leveled off, you might want to check your depth.
You got storms, Doug?
Yeah. Well, it's not right now, but they're saying it's on the way. In fact, they say tornado warning in this area till 4:15. And it probably won't even rain. And my thickness is just about right up here at the very top. The shavings are mighty warm on here.
Did we say hi to Gary when he came in?
Gary? No, I don't think so.
Yeah, he's
Which
in now.
Gary?
Hales?
Oh, hey, Gary. Good to have you with us today.
Now, Doug, I think you really should take that center out and not go deeper.
We're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting a nice wall thickness here. Not trying to go real thin. This nice flash of power there.
Doug, Matt says there are now 3 tornado warnings in your county. That means spotted on the ground.
And Karsten, no, Doug didn't complete the inside out bit. He had 2 explosions.
Yeah, relatively low speed. That's what gets me. But it was, I'm sure it's because I did not have those surfaces real flat. Yeah. If I lose you guys, my power is flashed twice now. So
We
if I
could
lose
see that
you,
flash.
I'll see you next week.
Yeah, we could see that flash.
These lights seem to be affected before anything else.
Now, Todd said he had a very isolated rain shower on Sunday and got almost a half-inch of rain. But a mile or 2 in any direction, everyone else was dry.
Yeah, Todd. So I remember that one because Todd and I live very close. And it was north of me, like it was going across Lake Louisville or something, and I didn't get a drop.
Oh, Connie was, we met for supper one day last week, and she asked if it had rained down here. I said no.
Scott's joined.
Hi, Scott. And Todd makes a good point that Doug's in his basement in case the storm hits, and that's a safe place to be. I think he's frozen at the moment.
Well, now he's gone. I wonder if he's lost power. And StreamYard wanted to show us Jason, but Jason did not want to be seen.
He did say that if he drops out, that's the end of his stream. So, good night, everyone.
Good night.
Morning. Good afternoon.
Good morning, Jason.
See you later.
Yeah, so I assume that if I leave and Ruby leaves, the stream will end, but I'm not sure.
No, it keeps running. Doug's got to come back in and shut it off.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Well, that's probably it, and it's been an hour, so.
Yeah, it has. Yep.
On Doug's behalf, thank you guys for showing up to the storm.
Yeah. It was good to watch the explosions.
Yeah. Well, everyone have a good week, and we'll see you next week.
All right. You too, Ruby. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.